Let's start our practice lying on our back. Soles of the feet together, knees fall out wide. And then take your arms into a goalpost. So the elbows are in line with the shoulders. Fingertips up by the ears. Close your lips. Close your eyes. And just start to breathe here. So taking these first few moments to connect into the space with this practice, with this time we have together to explore movement, to let it be guided by the breath. So lying on your back, start to actively breathe into the chest, into the hips, letting your breath and letting gravity just start to open up the front of your body. So with every inhale, feel the lift of your chest. With every exhale, just allow yourself to sink a little deeper in towards the earth. One more full cycle of breath here. And then start to plant the feet on the mat, outsides of the mat. Just let your knees fall in on each other. If it feels good, you can kind of drop one knee into the center, then the other. Just finding a little mobility in the hips. And then extend your legs out long. Reach your arms up overhead. Hook your thumbs and pull your fingers towards the back of your mat. Point your toes to the front of your mat. Find that nice long body inhale here. Exhale here. One more deep cycle of breath in through your nose. And then as you exhale, draw the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a big hug, wrapping the arms around the shins. See how flat and long you can make your spine, bringing your tailbone back towards the earth. And then gently rock side to side, massaging your spine. Drop your chin to one shoulder, then the other, just opening up the neck. And then as you're ready, roll to one side. Press yourself up into a child's pose facing the front of your mat. So hips are back towards the heels, arms reach out long. Let your forehead melt heavy onto the ground. And then feel your breath in the shape. So inhales, expand that rib cage, expand the back body. Exhale helps you settle a little deeper into the child's pose, hips towards your heels. And then if your arms are relaxed, start to find a little strength in the arms by lifting the elbows off the ground. Crawl the fingertips forward and then lift the palms off the ground. So just the finger pads are pressing into the mat. Continue to let your head fall through the upper arms onto the ground. And just notice how this stretch starts to activate that space underneath your armpits. Again, finding a little length here with your breath. From this child's pose, as you inhale, rock forward, tabletop. Exhale, hips back towards the heels, child's pose. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, hips to heels. One more inhale, tabletop. Hold it here. Keep inhaling, arch the spine, lift the gaze, cow. Exhale, chin to chest, round, cat. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. One more full cycle. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Stay in your cat spine, rounded spine. Press down so much into the tops of the feet that the kneecaps lift. So belly button is pulling up and in. Core's engaged. It's like your pelvic bone is trying to touch your lower ribs. Tap your knees back to the ground. Inhale, arch the spine, lift your gaze, cow. Stay here. This time, tuck your toes. And then pressing into the balls of the feet, hover your knees again with your arched spine. Inhale, look a little taller, up. Exhale, tap the knees back down, untuck the toes. We're gonna flow through that. So exhale, round the back. Press down into so much of the tops of the feet that the kneecaps lift. And then tap the knees back down. Inhale, arch the spine, lift the gaze. Tuck the toes, stay with your arched spine, just hover the knees. Tap the knees back down one more time through each shape. Round the back. Knees lift, tops of the feet press down. Exhale, knees lower. Inhale, arch. Tuck the toes, stay here, hover those knees. Exhale, knees tap. Come back into that neutral spine. Take your right leg back, your left arm forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee squeeze. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Think about finding your cat spine here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach. Keep everything long and then start to draw the right heel in towards your glute. Left arm's going to circle back for the foot. Kick the foot into the hand. Peel the heart forward towards the top of your mat. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release the back leg. Left arm extends forward. So we're back in that spinal balance. Your left hand's going to lower. You're going to peel your right hand up, finding a modified side plank. So balancing on that left hand, left knee. Right arm reaches long in line with your top ear. And then from here, elbow to knee, squeeze it in. Engage that right side oblique. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee, squeeze. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. Inhale, reach. Stay here. Right heel draws in towards the glute. Right arm circles back for the foot. And then kick the foot into the hand. So using that leverage, that strength, to open the heart. One more breath. Slowly release that foot. And then taking your right hand down, right toes tap to the back of your mat. Left toes meet your right high plank. Start to lower all the way down onto the belly for 3, 2, and 1. Untuck the toes. Inhale, peel the heart up, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Again, inhale, lift. Legs are engaged. Tops of the feet, pelvic bone pressing towards the earth. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift. And then pressing into the hands, send the hips back to the heels, child's pose. Inhale, child's pose. Exhale, forward, tabletop. In tabletop, tuck the toes, hover the knees just an inch above the ground. And then from here, send the hips back towards the heels, arms extend long, knees stay hovering. Inhale, shift it forward, floating tabletop. 2 more like that. Exhale, hips to heels, press into the palms, arms extend. Inhale, forward, floating tabletop. Last time, exhale, hips to heels. Inhale, float it forward, tabletop. Slowly lower your knees to the ground. And then shake the hips and the head, left and right, side to side. So movement still guided by the breath. It's like doing a side to side cat-cow. Meet back in the center. This time we'll take the left leg back, the right arm forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Hold it here. Left leg bends. Right arm circles back for the foot. Kick the foot into the hand. So pick one spot to focus on at the top of your yoga mat. Keep your gaze there to help you balance and to keep that neck in line with the spine. One more inhale. Exhale, release back to that balance. This time your right hand comes down, left hand floats up, finding your modified side plank. Right arm reaches long in line with that top ear. Exhale, elbow to knee, squeeze. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tap. Inhale, reach. One more time. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. And then left heel bends towards the glute. Left arm circles back for the foot. Kick the foot into the hand. Open the chest to the side of your mat. One more deep breath in through your nose. Out through your nose. Slow and controlled, release the foot. And then your left hand's going to come down. Left toes tap back of your mat, high plank. Right toes meet your left. And one more time, we'll lower all the way to the ground, nice and slow, bending the elbows for 3, 2, and 1. Everything touches, untuck the toes. This time, interlace the hands behind the back. Use that grip to peel your heart up. And then maybe you hover the feet off the ground. So it's not about how high you can lift the legs. It's how long you can make the legs. So pointing the toes all the way to the back of your mat. One more breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Take the hands outside your rib cage from here. Press into your upward facing dog. And then tuck the toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. So take a moment here in stillness in this shape to notice how you can use the breath to find a little more length. So inhale, press the ground away with your hands. Exhale, think about sending the heels down towards the ground. One more breath like that. Inhale, press the ground away with the hands. Exhale, heels melt towards the earth. From here, sweep your right leg towards the sky. Right foot steps forward between the hands. Left knee lowers, rise, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Soften the shoulders down your back. And then bend the elbows, open the heart, goalposting the arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to the ground. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. And then step your left foot forward, Uttanasana, forward fold, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, step the left foot to the back of your mat. Left knee lowers, back into your Anjaneyasana on your right. This time, grab onto your left wrist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, take a side bend to your right. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step your right foot back to meet your left, high plank, and then bend your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe here. So using your strength to find a little more space, press the ground away with your hands. Think about lifting the tailbone up towards the sky, hips sink towards the earth. Left leg lifts as you inhale. Left foot steps forward between the hands. Exhale. Lower your right knee, rise, Anjaneyasana on your left. And then from here, bend the elbows, open the chest, so elbows peel back, heart pulls forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to the earth. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Right foot steps forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold, full cycle of breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right foot steps to the back of your mat, lower the knee down, and we're back on Anjaneyasana on your left. Grabbing onto the right wrist, inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend to your left. Think about pressing your right hip forward, dragging that left hip back. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands to the ground. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. 2 feet plant back of your mat, high plank. And we float. Chaturanga, bend your elbows. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up. Right knee, right elbow, squeeze. Inhale, right leg lifts. Right knee, left elbow, squeeze. Inhale, right leg lifts. Right foot steps forward between the hands. Lower your left knee to the ground and then extend your right leg straight. Hanumanasana, half splits. Let the head fall heavy. Gazing towards your right knee. Think about pulling your right hip back, left hip forward. Inhale here. Exhale. Next, inhale, bend into your right knee. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. And then again, extend your right leg straight, extended pyramid pose. So find that sensation of scissoring the inner thighs. Left hip pulls forward, right hip pulls back. From the shape, lift your back heel, left heel as high as you can. Bend into your left knee. Left foot steps forward, Uttanasana, fold, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, plant the hand, step or float it back, high plank, chaturanga. Inhale's your upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here, in through your nose. Out through your nose. Next, inhale, left leg lifts. Left knee, left elbow, squeeze. Inhale, left leg up. Left knee, right elbow, squeeze. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left foot steps forward between the hands. Tap your right knee to the ground and then extend your left leg straight, Hanumanasana, half splits. So left hip pulls back, drop your head heavy. Breathe into your left hamstring. Inhale, come forward, low lunge. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, and then again extend your left leg straight, extended pyramid pose. So 2 straight legs, square hips to the top of your mat. Left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward. Inhale here. Exhale here. Then lifting that back heel as high as you can, bend into your right knee. Right foot springs forward, Uttanasana, forward fold, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, plant your hands, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, untuck the toes. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Next, inhale, right leg lifts. Right foot steps forward between the hands. Rise, crescent lunge on your right. Bend the elbows, open the heart. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Grab onto your left wrist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend to your right. Breathe into that space in the front of the left hip. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands to the ground. And then from here, you're going to sweep your right leg up to the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend the right knee, open the hip. Just start to take some circles in that right ankle. Maybe draw your right knee towards your left, finding some mobility in that right hip. And then from here, again, you're going to step your right foot all the way forward, top of your mat. Left foot steps forward, top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Grab onto your left wrist, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend to your right. Press the hips to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or float it back, Chaturanga. Inhale's your upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here. Next, inhale, left leg lifts. Left knee, left elbow squeeze. Left leg lifts. Left knee, right elbow squeeze. Left leg lifts. Left foot steps forward between the hands. Rise, crescent lunge on the left. Bend the elbows, open the heart, draw the elbows back, press the chest forward. Inhale, reach. Grab onto your right wrist, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend to your left. Breathe into the space in the front of that right hip. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hands plant, and then your left leg's gonna sweep up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, open the hip. Start by circling out through that left ankle. And then maybe draw your left knee towards your right, finding some space for that left hip. From here, your left foot steps all the way forward, top of your mat. Right foot meets your left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise to standing. Grabbing onto your right wrist, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, side bend to your left. Press the hips all the way to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, and we take it back, Chaturanga. Inhale's your upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe here, in through your nose. Out through your nose. Right leg lifts as you inhale. Right foot steps forward between the hands. Rise, crescent lunge on your right. And then take your left hand forward, your right hand back, twisting to your right. So actively pull the wrists apart. Let that help you rotate a little more. Right hand comes down, left hand comes up and back, reverse. Your left elbow is going to hook outside your right knee, twisting low lunge. Think about dragging your heart towards your thumbs. Can you lunge a little deeper into that right knee? Pull your right hip back, your left hip forward. Right side of your body stays here. Your left foot's going to step all the way forward, top of your mat, twisting chair. Stay low in the legs. Inhale. Exhale. Left foot, step it all the way back where we came from, twisting low lunge. And then from here, unwind the arms, sweep them back behind you, power lunge. Inhale, rise, crescent. Exhale, warrior two, open it up. Gaze out over your right fingertips. Flip your right palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands cartwheel all the way to the ground, frame out your right leg. Step your right foot back to meet your left, hold your plank, and then drop 2 heels to the left, right arm lifts, Vashisthasana, side plank. So maybe you reach that top arm all the way up and over your ear. If you've got that, keep pressing your left hand into the ground, lift your left hip a little higher, finding that side body stretch. Exhale, takes your right hand back down, back into our high plank, and we flow. Chaturanga, bend the elbows. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. 1 cycle of breath here, in through your nose, out through your nose. Left leg lifts as you inhale. Left foot steps forward between your hands. Rise, crescent lunge on your left, and then draw your right hand forward, your left hand back. So twisting to the left, think about wrapping the rib cage around the heart, the lungs, and then reach the arms away from each other. Left hand down, right hand up and back. Find your reverse. Inhale. Exhale, prayer twist to your left. Right elbow hooks outside the knee. Think about dragging your heart towards your thumbs. And then keep pressing that back knee up towards the sky. Find the strength in your right leg. Right foot's going to step forward to meet your left, twisting chair. Stay low in the hips. Keep those 2 shins in one line. One more breath. And then again, right foot steps back to where it came from, twisting low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, unwind the arms, sweep them back behind you, power lunge. Inhale, rise, crescent. Exhale, open it up, warrior two. Breathe here. And then flip the left palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands all the way back to the ground. Plant the hands, step your left foot back, hold your plank. Drop 2 heels to the right, and then lift your left arm up, Vashisthasana. So you can stay here if it feels good. Reach the left arm up overhead, and then keep pressing into that right palm. Lift your hips a little higher, deepening the side body stretch. 2 hands, come back to the ground, find your high plank. Bend your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath here. In downward dog, lift high to the toes. Exhale, bend your knees, hopper step, feet to hands, top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shift the weight into your right leg. Your left leg is going to lift up. Left ankle crosses over your right thigh. Bend into your right leg, figure 4 chair. So just take a moment here to breathe into that space in the left outer hip. And then we're going to find a twist to your right. So you have the left elbow comes to the sole of your left foot. That's on the right side of your body. Stay here and breathe. Unwind the arms. Inhale, rise, left knee in towards the chest. Then the left leg's going to sweep back behind you, warrior 3 balance. Hands are at your heart. Inhale here. Start to bend into your right knee, left toes tap, back of your mat. Sweep the arms back behind you, power lunge. Inhale, rise, crescent. Exhale, warrior 2, open it up. Flip your right palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. Stay in your reverse warrior, start to extend that right leg straight, reverse Trikonasana. Inhale here. And then exhale, shift it forward, Trikonasana, triangle pose. So right hand lowers, left hand is up towards the sky. Think about lifting your right ribs away from that right thigh. Shift the gaze down towards your right big toe. Your right hand's going to walk forward, left leg lifts, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. So option to stay here, or bend the left heel in towards your glute, left arm circles back behind, Chapasana. So we did this shape on our knee in the beginning of class. Finding that same expression, standing now. Keep kicking the foot into the hand. One more inhale. Big exhale. Release the foot nice and slow. Stay in your Ardha Chandrasana. And then lower your left hand to the ground. Keep kicking that left heel up towards the sky. Standing splits, drop your head. 2 feet plant top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. Shift the weight into your left foot, right knee lifts, and then that right ankle is going to cross over your left thigh, figure 4 chair, sit it down. Hips pull back, heart pulls forward towards your thumbs. Feel all the weight in the standing heel. Now from here, we'll find the twist to the left, so your right elbow is going to come to the sole of your right foot that's on the left side of your body. Sit a little lower in the legs. Inhale. Exhale. Start to unwind the twist nice and slow. And then coming all the way to standing, right knee up and towards the chest. Right foot steps back behind you. Power lunge. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Exhale, open it up, warrior 2, gaze out over your left fingertips. Inhale, reverse your warrior, stay here, and then start to extend the left leg straight. Inhale into your reverse Trikonasana. Exhale, shift it all the way forward, Trikonasana, triangle pose. So left hand lowers, right wrist lifts you up. Look all the way up at that top hand. Keep lifting the left ribs off that left thigh. One more cycle of breath. And then we'll shift the gaze down towards the left big toe. Left hand walks forward, right leg lifts, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. So keep the lifted leg as engaged as it was when you were standing on the mat. And then start to bend into that right knee if it feels good. Grab onto the foot, kick the foot into the hand, Chapasana. So same expression we took on our mat when we started class and we were on our knee, finding it standing now. Keep opening the chest with every inhale. Exhale. Slowly release that top foot. And then your right hand's going to come to the ground. Keep kicking your right heel up towards the sky, standing splits. Drop your head, drop your neck. Use the glute strength to lift the leg. Inhale. Exhale, 2 feet plant, top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stay in your forward fold. Step your left foot behind your right. Walk 2 hands to the right. Pull your hips to the left. Just breathe into that space in the outer left hip. Hands back to center, feet back to center. Inhale here. Exhale here. Step your right foot behind your left. Walk 2 hands to the left. Hips pull to the right. Inhale. Exhale. Walk those hands back to center. Unwind the hands. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step or float it back. Chaturanga. Inhale's your upward dog. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Come back to your breath. So allowing downward dog to be your home base. And if downward dog ever feels better as a child's pose, take what you need here and start to let go of what you don't. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Right foot steps forward between the hands. Inhale, rise, crescent. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle pose, right forearm, right thigh. Left arm reaches long in line with your top ear. Start to take the left hand behind your back, finding a half bind. If you want to take this into the full bind, right hand's going to come underneath that thigh. Keep shifting the gaze towards the left shoulder. Find your breath here. Release the arms back to a T. Rise, warrior 2. Right leg extends. Left heel turns in, and then we'll bend down into the knees, finding a yogi squat. So energetically pull the heels, the inner thighs together. Take the hands to the inner thighs. Drop your right shoulder, twist to the left. Switch it out, other side. Drop the shoulder and twist. Inhale back to center. Arms extend nice and long, and then pressing into the heels, straighten the legs. Toes turn to parallel, arms lift. Exhale, hands interlace behind the back. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, wide-legged fold. Draw the belly button in towards the spine. Shift a little more weight into the toes. Let the heels get light. As you're ready, slowly lower the hands all the way to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Again, like that in this forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Hold it here. Keep your left hand down. Open your right hand up, twisting the chest to the right. So feel equal weight in both your heels. Drop your right hand down. Inhale, left arm lifts, twist to the left. Exhale, left hand down. And then crawl your hands all the way to frame your right foot at the top of your mat. Come into a low lunge. Keep your left hand planted, right hand opens up, low lunge, twist to your right. Then you're going to drop your left heel, turn your right toes out to the right. As you inhale, left hip, bottom hip lowers all the way down. Reach that top arm for your back foot. Inhale, press it all the way up. So we're opening up that left side IT band. Inhale, lowers you down. Exhale, lifts you up. One more time. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and hold. Right foot steps back to meet your left, Vashisthasana. Maybe you hover that top foot. Maybe you reach that top arm long in line with your ear. One more breath. We'll meet back in our high plank. 2 hands, 2 feet, and flow. Chaturanga, bend your elbows. Inhale, upward dog, untuck the toes. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Reset, recenter. Breathe here in through your nose, out through your nose. Next, inhale, left leg lifts. Left foot steps forward between the hands. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge on your left. Exhale, warrior 2 on your left. Inhale, reverse your warrior, left hand up and back. Exhale, side angle pose, left forearm, left thigh. Right arm reaches long in line with this top ear. If you want to find that bind, that top arm's going to circle behind your back. And then maybe your left hand comes underneath your left thigh. Clasp your hands, keep shifting the gaze towards your right shoulder. So feel supported in the lower body, and then notice what you can soften. Your toes, your fingertips, your jaw. One more breath. Releasing the bind of the arms. Inhale, rise, warrior 2. Extend your left leg straight, and then we're going to turn that back heel in. Bend back into the knees. Find that nice wide yogi squat. Hands to the inner thighs. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, left shoulder drops. Twist your chin to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, right shoulder drops. Twist to the left. Inhale, center. Reach the arms out long. Stay low in the legs. And then press into the heels to rise to standing. Toes turn to parallel. Interlace the hands behind your back. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Think about lifting the hands up towards the sky, lifting the shoulders up towards the sky, creating a little more space for the neck, lengthening the whole spine here, letting the head fall heavy to the ground. Slowly release the hands all the way to the earth underneath the gaze, and then we'll flow through those half lifts. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Again, inhale, lift. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, lift. Stay here. Left hand's going to find your right ankle. Right hand opens up, twisting to your right. Inhale. Exhale. Take your right hand down to center, left hand to center. Other side, right hand, left ankle, left arm lifts. Open and twist. Inhale. Exhale. 2 hands back to center. And then crawl your hands to frame your left foot, low lunge, top of your mat. Right hand stays down, left hand opens you up. And then dropping that back heel out to the right, left toes turn to the left. Inhale, lift the bottom hip. Exhale, lower your right hip down, left arm reaches long towards the back of your mat. Inhale, lift and squeeze. Exhale, lower and stretch. Outer right hip, IT band. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, stay here. Left foot's going to step back to meet your right, Vashisthasana. So maybe you stay in this shape, maybe you hover that left foot, reach the top arm long in line with your ear. Can you find power in the stillness? One more breath. Exhale, high plank, 2 hands, 2 feet, and we'll flow. Chaturanga, bend your elbows. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Staying in your downward dog, step your feet as wide as your yoga mat and a big step in. So your heels are on the ground. We've got a shorter and wider downward dog stance. Left hand grabs your right ankle. Use the grip to pull the chest to your right. Look underneath your right armpit. Take your left hand back to center. Right hand grabs your left ankle, pull and twist underneath that left armpit. Right hand back to center. And then from this shape, you're going to step the feet outside the hands, Malasana yogi squat. Heels are in, toes are out. Sit down low, pull the hands to a prayer. And then here, think about pulling the heart towards the thumb, softening the shoulders down your body. One more breath. Inhale, sit a little taller. As you exhale, place your hands on the ground. Turn the toes to parallel, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. From forward fold, heel toe the feet together. And then with your peace fingers on your right hand, hook the big toe of your right foot. Take the left hand to your lower back. From this bind, can you come all the way to standing, picking that right leg up in front of you? Drag that right hip back, left hip forward. Reach your left arm up towards the sky. And then start to open your right leg out to the right. Actively kick the foot into the hand. Let that help you balance. Right foot's going to come back to center. And then your left hand's going to grab that right foot or your right knee for a standing twist to your right. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Keep that right knee lifted. And then right foot's going to step all the way to the back of your mat, power lunge. Inhale, rise, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two on your left. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way down to the ground, frame out that left foot. Left leg swings up and back, three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, open the hip. And then step the left foot behind you, flip the dog. Left hand peels up and open your heart. As you exhale, come back to center, high plank, 2 hands, 2 feet, left hand down, right foot down. Bend your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look at your toes, back of the mat. Inhale, lift high to the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, hopper step, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Staying in your forward fold. This time, the peace fingers of your left hand come to your left big toe. Right hand comes to your hip, and then with that grip, can you lift the left leg up, coming to standing? Keep kicking the foot into the hand. Soften your left shoulder down. Square off the hips. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Keep balancing. Start to pull the left leg out to the left, opening the hip. Stand a little taller. Feel all that length in your spine. Left leg's going to come back to center. And then your right hand's going to grab the foot or the knee. Left arm reaches back behind you. Standing twist to your left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Slowly unwind back to center. Reach the arms up. Left knee lifts. Step the left foot to the back of your mat. Power lunge. Inhale, rise, crescent. Exhale, warrior two. Right foot forward. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands to the earth. Frame out that right foot. Right foot sweeps up and back, three-legged dog. Bend the right knee, open the hip. And then step that foot back behind you. Right hand peels open, flip the dog. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale here. 2 hands, 2 feet, high plank. Bend your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come back to your breath. On your next inhale, lift your right leg up. And then step your right foot behind your right wrist. Left heel grounds, rise, warrior one on your right. Soften the shoulders down your back. Interlace the hands behind the back. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, humble warrior, right shoulder inside your right knee. Look all the way at your left big toe, back of your mat. Keeping the lower body as it is, just start to soften the hands down to the ground. And then extend your right leg straight. Maybe adjust the stance in your back left foot. So we're finding pyramid pose. 2 straight legs. The whole left foot is on the ground. Think about standing into that left heel. Drop your head. Inhale, halfway lift. Left hand stays down, right hand opens you up, twisting to the right. Breathe here. Start to crawl the left hand forward. Your left leg is going to lift, twisting Ardha Chandrasana. So option to stay here. If you want to start to bend the left heel in towards your glute, maybe your right hand can grab the foot, twisting Chapasana. One more breath. If you have the bind, slowly release back to twisting Ardha Chandrasana. And then the left toes are going to tap all the way to the back of your mat, right knee bends. Lower your left knee to the ground. Right hand reaches back behind you. Bend the left knee, grab onto the foot. Stay here and twist. So rotating the chest to the right. Come back to your breath. Breathe into the hips. Release the back foot down. Take 2 hands inside your right foot. And then extend your right leg straight, Hanumanasana, half splits. From here, crawl 2 hands to the left, but keep the legs in Hanumanasana. So we're just changing the direction of where the torso is, but breathing into that right hip. And then hands crawl back to center to frame out that right foot. Lunge into your right knee. Tuck the left toes, lift the left knee. Step the right foot back to meet your left high plank. Bend your elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Find your breath here. Inhale, left leg lifts. Left foot steps behind the left wrist. And we'll rise, finding warrior 1 on your left. So the back heel is down. Interlace the hands behind your back. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, humble warrior, left shoulder inside your left knee. Look all the way at your right big toe, back of your mat. Drop your head. What can you soften? Breathe here. Let the head get heavy. One more inhale. Exhale, hands just melt down to the ground. Keep the positioning in the legs. Then we're going to start to extend the left leg straight. So squaring off the hips, you can hop that right foot in slightly or out to adjust your stance, finding your pyramid pose. Think about standing into the heel of the back right foot, back of your mat. Left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And then keeping those right fingertips down, open your left arm out to the left, twisting triangle pose, Trikonasana. Inhale here. Start to crawl that right hand forward, and then that right leg's gonna lift, twisting Ardha Chandrasana. So we're floating that back leg up, opening your heart to the left, and then option to find our twisting Chapasana. So back heel curls in towards the butt, left hand finds your foot, and then kicking the foot into the hand, using that leverage to find a little more space, a little more depth. Breathe here, inhale. Exhale, twist. Slow and controlled, we're gonna release back into twisting Ardha Chandrasana, and then bending into your left knee, right toes tap all the way to the back of your mat. Soften the back knee to the ground. Reach the left arm back behind you. Bend your back heel, back foot, grabbing onto the foot, keep twisting to the left. So really deepening the stretch for the quads, for the hips. Challenge becomes just to hold and to breathe. So sometimes we crave movement, and that's when we really need to tap into stillness. And sometimes we can't stop moving, and that's when we need to tell our bodies to stop and be still. So finding that balance through this practice. As you're ready, release that back foot down. Take 2 hands inside that front left leg, and then extend your left leg back, Hanumanasana. From here, this time you're gonna crawl your hands off to the right side of your mat, away from your leg. And just press those hips back as you stretch here. Inhale. Exhale. Crawl the hands back to center to frame out the left leg. Bend into your left knee, low lunge. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Left foot steps back to meet your right, high plank. This time we're gonna lower all the way onto the belly, nice and slow, bending the elbows for 3, 2, and 1. Untuck the toes. Come onto your forearms for Sphinx pose. So feel the shoulder blades press into the back. And then bend your right leg, heel in towards the glute. Right arm's gonna circle back for the foot, pull the heel in, keep dropping your right shoulder down. So the shoulders stay square. One more breath. As you're ready, release your right leg. And then your right arm's gonna come to a T on the right side of your mat. Your left foot steps over the body. And just allow yourself to breathe here. So getting that nice big opening for that right shoulder. Just letting the body get heavy. And the more you let this left knee fall back behind you, you'll feel a little bit more of your weight opening up that right shoulder. One more breath. Next, exhale, roll back to center, meeting back in our Sphinx pose on your forearms. And then this time we'll bend the left heel in towards the glute. Left arm circles back for the foot. Grab the foot and then drop your left shoulder back. So 2 shoulders square to the front of your mat. Breathe here. Release the left leg. This time your left arm will extend out to a T. Right arm's gonna step over the body and just let everything get heavy. So that top knee falls back. You can press the ground away with your right hand. But really relax the head, the neck, the jaw. Just finding space for the left shoulder. Slowly roll back to center. This time we're going to bend both the knees. Arms are going to come back behind you, grabbing onto the feet for bow pose. So kick the feet into the hands. Use that leverage to lift the heart. So we've done a similar shape in those chapasanas, in that opening sequence of kicking the feet into the hands, using that leverage, that strength to find a back bend. One more inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Make a little pillow underneath your forehead, and then just let those legs windshield wiper left and right. We're going to take one more bow pose. So you can either take that same grip. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, you're going to grab onto opposite ankle. So your arms are crossed, your legs are still in line, and then kick the feet into the hands, open the chest. So you may feel this a little deeper. Inhale, lift. One more big breath in. Exhale, let it all go. Find that pillow again with your hands, and then just let the legs windshield wiper left and right. Legs extend long. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Press into a tabletop. From tabletop, you're going to take the knees behind the wrists and then sit back on the heels for hero's pose. So start to walk the upper body back, keeping the knees on the ground and your hips on your heels. So if this is as far as you can go, beautiful. Stay here and breathe. If you want to keep going back, maybe you find your elbows. If that feels good and you want to lie all the way down, head on the ground. So stopping at your edge. If you're all the way on the ground, reach the arms up overhead. Grab onto opposite elbow. Think about pulling the elbows and the shoulders to the ground. Just breathe into this deep stretch for the whole front of the body. One more cycle of breath. Slowly bring the hands back towards the heels, and then press up onto the elbows, onto the palms, come all the way upright. Draw the knees together. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, take your right fingertips down, left hand to your right ear. Just breathe some length and space into the right side of your neck. Inhale, arms back to center. Exhale, left fingertips down, right hand to your left ear. Breathe into the left side of your neck. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms back to center. And then take the hands to the hips. Come to stand up on the shins. You can kind of walk the shins out so they're right underneath the hips. Finding one more back bend or camel pose. So press the hips forward, back. Maybe you stay here with the hands on the hips. Or maybe you reach back for the heels. Press the heart forward. Drop your head. Big stretch for the front of the body. One more inhale. Exhale. If your hands are on your heels, first bring your hands to your lower back and then come all the way up. Slowly sit back onto your heels. Swing your legs around. And then you're going to keep your left leg bent. Right foot steps over your left for a seated twist. Take the right hand behind the back. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Hooking the left elbow outside of your knee, rotate to your right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. One more cycle. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Come back to center. Draw your right shin, your left shin that's on the bottom forward, and then your right shin's going to stack on top for double pigeon. So you can also just take a cross-legged seat if that feels better. Walk the hands forward, drop the head, opening up the hips here. Slowly come all the way back up. And then you're going to take your right leg bent on the bottom, starting with that seated twist. Left foot steps over. Left hand behind the back. Inhale, reach your right hand up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. One more cycle. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Slowly unwind back to center. That bottom right shin's just going to come forward, and then let your left shin fall on top for double pigeon. If you're taking a cross-legged seat, just have the other shin out in front. And then begin to crawl the hands forward again, letting the upper body just melt heavy here. Slowly press yourself all the way back up. And then plant your feet on the ground, hips width distance. Take the hands outside the hips, fingertips face the body. Lift the hips, find a reverse tabletop, drop the head back, just counteracting all that flexion, all that forward folding in the hips. Slowly lower the hips down. Inhale, lift all the way up. Reach the arms out in front of you. Extend the legs straight. And then one vertebrae at a time, start to roll onto the back nice and slow, letting the head be the last thing to touch. Lying on the ground, draw your right knee in towards the chest, squeeze. Extend your right leg up towards the sky, grab onto the back of the leg, stretch out the hamstring. And then pass this leg into your left hand, straight-legged twist all the way to the left, gaze over your right fingertips. With every exhale, just soften that right shoulder into the ground. Inhale your right leg all the way back to center. Right knee in towards the chest. Pull the left knee in towards the chest. And then extend your right leg straight. Breathe here into that left hip. Find that compression. And then left leg extends up towards the sky. Grab onto the back of the leg. Hamstring stretch. Soften the shoulders. So even though you're using your strength to pull, can you also relax the upper body? Pass the leg into your right hand, finishing out with that straight-legged twist to your right. Gaze over to your left. One more cycle of breath here in and out. Next inhale brings that left leg all the way back to center. Pull it in one more time. Left knee into your chest. Right knee into your chest. And then finishing with that happy baby. Find the outsides of your feet. Rock left and right. Extend one leg, then the other. Whatever movement your body is craving here. And then we'll finish by settling into stillness, finding our final resting pose in Shavasana. So start to extend the legs out long, the arms out long. Take up as much space as you'd like, and then let go. Releasing any intentional breath. Just letting the breath start to flow through you freely. next cycle of breath. Start to scan from the head all the way down to the toes, releasing any tension you may still be holding on to. And just let that go on your exhale. Namaste.